Hi everyone, have you ever been on a guided fishing trip? Have you ever booked a fishing charter? What would it be like? What could you expect? We're going to attempt to answer some of those questions in the next half hour because we're going to book a trip and allow you to come along for the ride from a beautiful and historic area on the southeastern United States coast. Glad you're with us. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That is a fish. Oh man, look at this.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southeast region every week.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Woo!
This is Let's Fish.
Hi everybody, I'm so glad you've joined us for this week's episode. This really is going to be unique and a lot of fun. We have booked a charter guide fishing trip on this week's show, and we're going to go out and fish for all the species that swim in the area we are coming to you from today. Where is that? I'd like to welcome you in to beautiful Savannah, Georgia. Not only is it a beautiful and historic downtown district, but it is surrounded by water, and in that water swims all kinds of species of fish, from redfish to speckled trout to flounder to black drum and triple tail and lots of other species. We're going to be joined on the boat today by Captain Josiah Riffle. He guides here every day of his life. He's lived here since he was a little kid. He knows this waterway frontwards and backwards, and he's going to take us out and show us what it's like to go on one of his guide trips. And he's going to jump aboard our beautiful Waypoint Customs Blazer fishing machine. This thing is custom tricked out by the folks at Waypoint Customs out of their home location down on the Texas Gulf Coast at Corpus Christi, Texas. It's got everything you can imagine, from the custom upholstery throughout, to the shock absorber shockwave seats, to the custom painted engine, to the custom built aluminum sport top. This thing is fully tricked out from stem to stern, and we love fishing out of it. We're taking it out today. We're going to be joined on that boat by Captain Josiah. While we're doing that, we're taking you around your local region for this week's fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters from lakes, rivers, and bays right near where you live, both freshwater and saltwater. So right now, we jump in the Waypoint Customs boat, we jump across the waterway here, pick up Captain Josiah. Next time you see us, we'll be out there fishing, going along on a guide trip. Right now, let's get it all started back at the studio and your weekend planner.
Hey everybody, the first day of summer kicks off this weekend with fair fishing conditions throughout both days. Peak daytime action begins at 7:21 on Saturday and 8:21 on Sunday morning. The best evening action will begin around 7:56 on Saturday and 8:58 Sunday night. Depending on your local area, expect the sun to rise around 6:19 and set around 8:38. Evenings will have a moon that is 59% visible. Stay tuned. When we return, we'll have fishing reports from throughout the area. Plus, I'll return with the 2019 MLF Red Crest champion, Edwin Evers. Stick with us.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pole, Total Boat Control. Visit Mississippi. Good times are close by. Low Boats, 50 years of boating craftsmanship. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders.
Right, we got another fish in the boat. Look at here. Oh, that's a beautiful trout. Colored trout. Look at the yellow. Look how bright yellow. You got a fish?
Yep.
Yeah. Right on that bank where you said he would be.
Feels like a decent red.
Does it? Can you tell if it's when it's a red or a trout or a flounder?
Well, it's not shaking its head like a trout. Staying down like a redfish, maybe even flounder. Oh, nice redfish. Oh, that's a good red.
All right. Let me get the net here. We'll net him up. There we go. There we go. There's a start. All right, welcome back everybody. We are right here in Savannah, Georgia with Captain Josiah Riffle, who has hooked up with the first redfish of the day. After the COVID and everything, your guide business has just been phenomenal.
Oh, unreal.
But So you do this every day. This is really the redfish that you want for a guide customer, right?
Right. That's the slot red. So, you know, Georgia 14 to 23 is our slot size. So this would be a perfect one to take home.
And you want the fish, I mean, obviously catching a great big one is fun for a client to reel in or a customer, but that doesn't put fish in the box.
That's right, that's right.
So you want a fish that size right there. Plus, that size right there is really the best eating size.
It's the best eating size, right. And the good thing about redfish, if you release them, you know, they'll stay here, you know, year round. So, you know, if you can release them, it's always a good thing. Keeping them is also good to eat too.
So literally these are resident fish and they'll stay in the same area?
That's it.
Okay, well, we're going to talk some today about the little subtleties that a guide like him finds to locate where these redfish stay. You said that once you learn them,
yep.
Once you figure out the little places that they like to sit, then you can literally go back there day
like
after
a highway. They run the same routine every day, and once you figure out their highway, you pretty much get them on that tide every day.
Wow, that's incredible.
Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas Report. This week brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina in Murrells Inlet. We are open for business, can take care of all your needs on the water. Visit crazysistermarina.com and check out our awesome website to find out all the information and answer any questions you might have. Also, let's stay on the saltwater side of things. I'll tell you what, the cobia bite has been great offshore. We're not seeing those schools here along the coast where I'm at, between Charleston and Wilmington area, like we have in the past where they're following those man-made schools, but the deeper edges of structure, you got good reefs out there in 40, 50, 60 foot of water. Get out with a chum bag, get out with some live chum. Chum the water up, get those amberjacks up, and keep an eye out for the man in the brown suit. A great bait right now is an artificial or live eel. Throw that out there. Watch how quick they jump on. Also, let's move to the offshore. The incredible yellowfin tuna bite going off of South Carolina right now. Great numbers of 20 to 30 pound class fish, and a very welcome sight considering it's been a long time since we've had any in numbers off of our coast. This is your Carolinas Report. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
There's a
Got one?
Yeah, I got something. He's not big, whatever he is. Oh, it's a trout.
Trout?
Yeah, not bad.
No, it's not a bad trout. Got him.
There we go. All right, we got another fish in the boat. Look at here. Oh, that's a beautiful trout. Look at the colors and the number of specks on that trout right there.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful colored trout. Look at the yellow. Look how bright yellow his mouth is. Yellow mouth. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, pretty female too. Get ready to lay her eggs too.
Yep. So, Josiah, you fish in these spots that you like, but you don't know what you're going to catch on any given cast, right?
No. Around here in Georgia, trout, redfish, flounder can all be laying in the same areas.
And eating the same thing.
Same oyster shells, eating the same shrimp, you know, same mullet. So you really don't know what you're going to get. Now, you can target a little more specific, getting closer to the bank, you know, versus getting deeper out for the trout. But, yeah, we got it all.
And in addition to redfish, trout, you may catch a flounder in there.
Flounder, this time of year,
Sheephead.
you can get sheephead, drum. The triple tail are starting to move in here on, you know, in these shallow waters. I've even caught catfish, you know, other.
Wow. Well, the fishery around here is incredible, and there's lots of different things to fish for. In fact, before we head out to a quick break, I want to show you one thing real quick. A few years ago, I came back. First time Josiah and I had met up, and he took me out to a structure that was a little bit offshore, and we caught some nice triple tail. This is a premier triple tail destination in the right time of the year. What months is that?
Normally, by the end of May, all the way through October.
Really?
It's kind of our best triple tail.
Okay.
Yeah, they start off moving in on, you know, structures and stuff, buoy cans. To by October, they're in the grass feeding on, you know, needlefish and mullet and little fishes that swim around in the grass.
So you actually catch them up shallow?
Yeah, so we'll start sight fishing them, especially towards the end of summer.
That's cool. We got him. Oh yeah!
Good job, brother.
Look at that. That's what I came a long ways to do. Cork down. Got him. Big one. Come out of that grass. Don't you get in that grass. Okay. Yeah. Now just come out here and take it easy. Come out here and take it easy. We got him. Oh, yeah.
Good job, brother.
Yeah, look at this. All right. Captain Josiah has put me on a big old red. Hey, welcome back to Savannah, Georgia, everybody. Oh, my heart is beating. My heart is pounding. Look at this big boy. Look at that. That's what I came a long ways to do. And what was so cool
Look
about
at that. No spots.
No spot redfish.
That's rare.
Oh, wow. Put me on him,
Dude,
buddy.
that's what I'm talking about.
All right, well, we're gonna slip him back in the water and we let the big girls go back and spawn. Tail him a little bit.
That's all we want is a big girl.
There he goes. Oh, man. All right, well, I want to show you this real quick. We're fishing a grass line, and it's got an underwater oyster bed underneath it. So you're looking at it there, and it's high tide right now, and tide plays a critical part of everything you do here. So this tide's been rising. It's about a 6.5 foot tide today, twice a day, actually. So tide plays a huge role. One other thing about redfish that you mentioned earlier, but I want you to tell them, redfish all start out as males, right?
Right. And when they get about 28 inches, that's when they start to convert. Not all of them, but they convert to females. So that's why every state, Georgia, South Carolina, Louisiana, they all got a slot on them. Some states are higher. Ours is 23. I know other states get up to 27, 28, but they all don't turn to female until about 28 inches.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama Fishing Report. This report is brought to you by Experience Paris. There's tons of stuff for the outdoorsman to do, there's tons of stuff for the family to do, and it's all in one awesome place. Everything you could want in a family vacation or just a great getaway for a sportsman, go to Paris, Tennessee. Check them out online. In Alabama right now, I want to pick up a big weight and I want to go punch mats. I love to fish offshore. I'm going to get next to the river channel, and so I'm kind of fishing that offshore grass. But anywhere where there's good hydrilla, especially where two kinds of grass meet, is where those bass are going to be. Get you a 1 ounce, 1 1/4 weight, and like a Strike King Rage Bug, just go flip in the edges. In Mississippi right now, it's big crappie time. Get out there, fish contour lines. They're out there, out from that shallow cover where they were spawning. And then in Tennessee, you know what? This is a great time of year to go to Reelfoot Lake. The bluegill are biting, the bass are biting, the catfish are biting, and the crappie are biting. You can go over and stay at Blue Bank, eat great, have a good time. We'll see you when you get here. God bless you.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lose. Feel the difference. Waypoint Customs. Customize your boat your way. Strike King. Tie one on. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. Fishing Specialties. Makers of the premier mount assembly for live sonar.
Well, we have completed the Savannah Slam, buddy, right there.
Should be right off that oyster rake right there.
Right there?
Yep.
Sure enough, bobber down, bobber down, bobber down.
Got him?
Got him, got him. Yeah, that's a good fish, whatever it is. All right, you called it, brother. Welcome back, everybody. Savannah, Georgia fishing today. And we pulled right up on one of Captain Josiah Riffle's favorite spots, right on an oyster rake. And I'm going to ask him about that in just a second. Something bit it.
Big old black drum.
Black drum. Here we go. These are the good eaters?
They are good when they're not real big. Nice.
There we go. There's a black drum. There we go. Look at the bars down its side. And you can hear them croaking.
The thing about these black drum, when they're this size right here, that you can see all the stripes. But as they get bigger, 30 inches plus, they lose their stripes. Become almost gold like a redfish.
We're talking some about a guide trip because you want to book a guide trip. You come here. These guys can take you around and put you on all kinds of fish. The fishing is great here. You never know what you're going to catch. We've caught some of everything so far today, but that would be a good keeper and one to fillet and take home. We're gonna release it back. And I want to show you here.
She's ready to go.
Grab me a shrimp if you would, and I want to show this.
Gotcha.
So we've pulled up on what Josiah called an oyster rake. And it's 2 or 3 little spots here where you've literally got oyster beds, live oyster beds that are poking out of the water, and they're just fish magnets. We've got just a popping cork and a shrimp. That's all we're using. There's a popping cork, and there is a shrimp on a kale hook, and we're just trying to let them go right along the edges of these oyster rakes. And you never know what it is that's gonna bite it. We've seen a lot of bait working in here and a lot of fish blowing up back in there, so let's see what else we can catch.
Well, Gulf Coast fishing is really lit up these days. They're catching triple tail, spotted sea trout, red drum. I'll be right back with more, but first this from our good friends at Foreshore Transportation. The simple solution to all your freight hauling needs. Foreshore can ship freight across the country or across the state. Whatever the load, wherever the destination, Foreshore gets it done fast, safe, and hassle-free. Captain Patrick Garmison on Mobile Bay says he's catching lots of slot-sized spotted sea trout. These are fish going from 2 to 4 pounds, and he's catching them in very shallow water using soft plastic lures, grub jigs primarily. He says there's a wide variety of colors that really work. He's also catching a lot of spotted sea trout early in the mornings using pink topwater plugs. That's a great fun way of catching spotted sea trout. Also over in Mississippi, triple tail fishing has been very, very good around the channel markers and buoys. Off Savannah, Captain Jack McGowan says there's plenty of bait shrimp available inshore, and that's turning on a lot of fish. He's catching spotted sea trout in pretty good numbers, some big ones and some small ones. Jack says they're starting to also see some young of the year redfish, which is a really good sign for the fall fishing. Well, that's it for the coast. Get out in the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
Oh, there he is. Ooh, it feels like a flounder.
You got a fish?
Yeah, flounder. Nice
Oh yeah,
flounder.
here we go. Flounder. We got our first flounder here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Finally got a
there
nice
we
decent
go.
flounder.
Look at that. Well, we have completed the
slam.
Savannah Slam.
That's right.
Buddy, right there. Well, we've caught redfish, we've caught several trout, we've caught black drum, and now we've got a nice flounder. So if you had a guide trip out today would be the perfect
Today's perfect day. Sun just now coming out.
because you've got every kind of fish that are good to eat. And look at the beautiful coloration in that fish, all the white spots in it. All right, let's let him go back today though. Today he gets his release, and I want to get you to show us what that fish was doing. You called your shot. You said you were going to catch a flounder right here, and explain why right in front of us.
So these flounder are just laying up on the mud and the shells, trying to catch little minnows and little shrimp. So when I threw up there, he grabbed the cork, but he didn't exactly take it down. He just kind of hold on to it. So you kind of let him eat for a second, and you don't really yank and set a hook like you would on a redfish or trout. You just kind of let him take off with it. So once I set the hook, then it's just a nice, easy reel to the boat.
And he's laying right in there. You see where the mud is, and then where the oyster rake is.
Just laying right up there, and they'll stack on top of each other sometimes.
Really?
So usually if you get one, you might get multiple.
That's the thing. So they do run together. They
run together.
They run in
Yeah.
packs.
Yep.
Okay. But again, we're fishing right there, right on the edge. You can see the white. That's the oyster shells, and then the black is the mud. And right where the oyster shells start, there's a rake that runs right to your left, right down here in front of us.
We're just using pop-a corks, letting the current just carry it right over their face.
Right. I can't believe you brought us here to catch a flounder. You called your shot, and you threw about the third cast in there. He catches a flounder.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Get our free fishing guide at orangebeach.com. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS Anchor. The tour is back. Blazer, high-performance boats for high-performance anglers.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get straight to your Ask the Pro question for this week. This week, Peyton would like to know, if you could give every dad in America one piece of advice, what would it be? For the answer, we asked the 2019 MLF Bass Pro Tour champion, Edwin Evers.
It's not life and death. It's just sports. It's just fishing. It's just, you know, let them be kids because they're only kids once. And the things we may want on them may not be what they want. You know, I hope to be in a position where I can support him when he gets in high school, if he's in the band or he wants to cheerlead or whatever it may be. I want to be there to support him because his direction may not be the same as mine, and I hope I don't force that direction on him.
Thanks so much, Edwin, and a happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there watching. If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to letsfishtv.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question. Now it's time to find out who wins this week's Big Catch of the Week.
We've made it back to the boat ramp, and it's time right now for this week's winner in the Big Catch of the Week contest. He's Roy Ogles of LaGrange, Georgia, showing an 18-pound striper he caught at West Point Lake in Georgia.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Next up, it's the Academy Right Stuff, and we've pretty much already showed you the gear that we caught all those species of fish on. It's the most classic popping cork with a kale hook and a live shrimp underneath it, caught all the different species. But I want to show you a couple of other pieces of gear, beginning with my brand new favorite fishing shoes. These are the Magellan Pro Angler fishing shoes. They are lightweight, they are breathable, they're specifically made for fishing, which means they'll dry out quickly, not if, but when you get your feet wet. They have an elastic drawstring to keep them tight on your feet and removable insoles so that you can rinse them out if you get them really dirty. I love these shoes. They're available at Academy Sports and Outdoors, along with the H2O Express fillet knife. If you go on a guide trip or you go fishing and you keep all those good tasting, good eating species of fish that we caught, you're gonna need a quality fillet knife. This is a good one. H2O Express brand, and again, it's available at your local Academy Sports and Outdoor store. My favorite financial advisor is Dave Ramsey. Maybe you've seen him on television or heard his radio shows. One of his famous sayings goes something like this: live like no one else now, and you can live like no one else later. So many young couples that I know, or just young people, get themselves in terrible financial difficulty by buying whatever they want, whenever they want it, by sliding that credit card, paying the minimum, and kicking that can down the road. It can lead to a lifetime of debt and financial misery. However, I lived by Dave's principles long before I had ever read any of his books or literature. And I can promise you that those principles work well, but they do involve some self-discipline early on, but they lead to lots of financial rewards later on. I'm living proof of that his principles work well for a lifetime. Before we get out of here, I'd like to give you all the contact information for Captain Josiah Riffle and his Southern Saltwater Charters. He's a friendly guy, very knowledgeable, he's skilled at what he does, and he knows all these waters around Savannah very well. You can contact him at the information on your screen. From Savannah, Georgia, until next week, I'm Barry Stokes. Let's fish, everybody. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.